Hello everybody, how's everyone doing? I'm just testing this shit out pretty quick, my friends, because today I had my computer crap out on me, so I had to restore it. Luckily, a lot of the stuff that I had for all the scenes here, I emailed myself as a backup in case of anything like this was to occur, in which it did. But I'm going to double check everything, make sure everything is good. So, hello everybody. There's no show, it's just me testing everything out. I'm going to put it on stream on my phone. I'm going to make sure it's all good. There you go. Yeah, I'm going to check it out. Hey, Gio, welcome on Periscope. Oh, we gained a follower. How the fuck did that happen? Oh, Renegades. Oh, okay. Well, thank you, Renegades. But like I said, my computer crapped out on me. So what I'm going to do is, I'm going to put this there. I'm going to pull up YouTube. So, and then I realized on the, believe it or not, this could have been the reason. What's up, YouTuber William? Like I said, but it's just me testing everything out. My computer crapped out on me big time. So I had to restore the computer, restore everything. Thank God for the most part. I recovered all these scenes. I recovered all the pictures, the photos, you know, everything, pretty much. I recovered it all, and you see what you see here. What's up, great one? Again, I'm just testing. I'm testing it out. I'm going to make sure everything's good. So I'm going to pull it up on my stream. Oh, just to let you know, here, actually, I'll give you an insight. I'm going to start this next week. If you guys don't watch this, you got to watch it. It's on YouTube every Saturday night. Make sure you check it out. But I will be doing this every week. It's going to be a Monday. I'm going to do a Major League review for Major League Wrestling, the Fusion. I became a big fan of that promotion. I'm also going to be doing this. So, boom. Now you have an inside of what's going on. But, okay, let me pull it up on my phone. So, I've been doing that during the day. I'll pre-record it, and then I'm going to release it in podcast form later on that day. And if you haven't, I'm pretty sure we have it on iTunes. Let's see. I think we got our link up. No, we didn't. It didn't work yet. Alright, I got to do that. Alright, so let me pull up the stream. Let me get into what I wanted to do. The main reason. Oh, you're streaming yourself? I'm sorry, I haven't been doing anything as far as popping into people's streams. I've been doing things around the house, and then plus this, and then today I was going to do a stream because now, well, there you go. Alright, sounds good there, I hear. I had Griff got his studio set up at his new house, so he's ready to go as far as doing pop-up streams, but I told him he should join me for MLW reviews, Major League Wrestling review, Impact review if he wants to join me, and then yeah, we could do a pop-up show here and there after that. Yeah, I'm ready for 2K19 as well. I definitely am. Alright, so what I'm going to play, I'm just going to play a random wrestling video. I just want something to play, because the one thing I realized in the podcast in the past, as well as like I watched it on YouTube, you're not hearing them as well. You're not hearing like anything we play on YouTube as well. So I'm going to check this out. So if this comes out loud, a lot louder than what it's been, And I think it's better to do it through stream so I can really tell. So let me find a quick video here. Let's see. I'll go with WWE. I'll just pick anything from WWE. Oh God. They did a Rikishi tribute at the mixed challenge. Alright, here we go. Just gonna play that. Alright, so I'm...
Kev, it doesn't make sense, you know? It's like having a basketball team in Seattle.
See, alright. Alright, now I'm not hearing you. See, alright, it's loud on that. Alright, it can be heard, but I can't hear it. Yeah, it sounds good at this end, but I'm not hearing it.
Hey, Jinder tried to grab Bailey's leg and paid for it.
But man, wasn't that a big thing with the Seattle? That freaking pop. It was just boom. I loved it. I loved it, man. It brought me back to the old days. Alright, so what I'm going to try to do... Hold on, I'm going to set settings. Sound.
Here's your winner, Bailey.
Up goes Rude. Oh, face first goes Bobby Roode. Connor into the cover. Is it enough to take out Rude as he hooks both legs? Connor wins again. Oh, who the heck? The AOP. Anchorman Razor ambushing, blindsiding the B team. Dallas and Axel just flattened by AOP. The B team had no idea what hit them.
What a cowardly move from AOP.
It was all well orchestrated by the mastermind on the outside, Drake Maverick. And it's about to get worse. The AOP with the B team and the Super Collider.
See, that comes off good, and then why am I not getting it? Because here, let's test this. We're going to go with the speakers. Hold on. Aha!
Elias is ragdolling Leo Rush. And now Lashley realizing Kevin
And again, thank you for
shoulders
popping in.
Lashley didn't get him, he got him. Look at the hype man. Elias had broken his nose. Rhea jumping toward the spotlight like a moth. Got smashed. Ah, the pop-up powerbomb. McIntyre's buddy, Dolph Ziggler, the man Braun Strowman told moments ago, I don't need any weak links. And the distraction by Ziggler. Ziggler never touched.
All right, let me
Claymore kick.
lower that.
McIntyre with the win. Got right where she wants her. Uh-oh, this is not going to be good. This is going to do it.
See you later.
Armbar. Riot taps.
Mark my words, and we can start the discussion real quick, but McIntyre, I see being Universal Champion within a year. I don't know why I'm getting that feeling.
Short impact.
Dolph Ziggler just got torn in half with that spear. Here is your winner,
Universal Champion, Roman Reigns.
Uh-oh. Oh my God! Double choke slam!
There you go. Oh, that's better, man. Good.
Oh my goodness.
Like I said, I just wanted to double check that. But yeah, a couple of announcements. So now that everything is golden again, I'm so happy that it's working right. But a couple things I want to announce is that start next week. We're gonna add 2 additional shows. And this is why I'm gonna put it in chat for Saturday. We'll promote there because we're on iTunes, we're on Stitcher, we're on Google, and we're on SoundCloud. You could follow us on there and listen to the show if you can't watch us live, obviously. But he actually could be a great feud for Reigns over the next year. Yeah, I definitely see it, man. With him going out on top, obviously. Let's see, something just popped up. Okay, that's something. But yeah, I can't wait to see that. But yeah, going on with what I was saying, we're gonna add Impact show. We're also gonna be adding Major League Wrestling review. And then Griff, I assume we will be returning next week for GriffXT. Might be tomorrow, I don't know. I'm going to get a hold of him. We didn't discuss that. Since his studio is up, I'm probably going to assume it's going to be next week. I think he wants to make sure everything is set for then. But if he does do it tomorrow, that'd be great. He's going to do his NXT review show. And then, of course, you got the Go Home Wrestling show. We're in talks with a couple other people that join on the platform and do shows. One is to do Lucha Underground as well. Well, I mean, if we could get a guy that has that, like me, it would be hard for me to put on another show. Doing the Go Home Wrestling show, doing the Impact show along with the Major League Wrestling review. That's a lot for me to handle. That's why I'm looking for people. Hey, Wolf Mode, welcome. Again, this is just a test for everyone that's popping in. My computer crapped out, so I put everything back in. Luckily, everything, all the graphics, everything that is on here on OBS, I emailed myself as a backup in case of anything like this were to occur. And thank God, thank God I did do that because it made it easy. Now, I have been pretty much spending all day doing this. I did get to finish SmackDown like I wanted to. But you know what? That's a good idea, great one. If you have any any suggestions, or even if you feel you could do it, let me know, and we maybe could work something out because we're trying to build a platform of covering all the promotions. If I actually had a PC, I would run OBS. I would volunteer. You don't necessarily need a OBS or a PC. There's a way you can do it otherwise. It just depends what you have, great one. What I started out with was a laptop. I started with a laptop, and then I got this about a few years ago. I was actually doing a sports show about that time, and then I started game streaming. But before that, yeah, I was doing like podcasts and all, but it was a sports one. And it was not a regional thing. It wasn't a city thing. It was a national one. We covered everything. Anything big that was going on during that time, whatever sport. And I stopped that to do the game streaming because the guy I was doing the sports talk show with, he couldn't do it no more. So, and at the time, I think it was the right thing to continue without him. I could have, but game streaming was something I was looking forward to doing, and that's why I kind of went off on to that after he departed. My laptop is so old, it's compact. Great one. I could guarantee I could probably, if you were to download TeamViewer, I could probably set you up and you could be able to do something. All you really need, Streamlabs OBS, because it's a low end for low end computers. Like I have a Stream HP Stream. It's not a real laptop. It is a laptop, but it doesn't have a big hard drive. Doesn't have a lot of the components. I play PC games at 60 frames per second on that thing. There's a program called GeForce Now where it runs on the cloud. It runs on the cloud, and it doesn't even take much. You can have the shittiest of component, you know, bad graphics card, bad this, bad that, doesn't matter. You can still play it at 60 frames per second. It is freaking awesome. But it's another version of that with the Streamlabs OBS. It runs, I guess, in the cloud in a way because it does not hurt your computer at all. It doesn't take a lot to run it. And that's why a lot of people have been going to that, because if you don't have a high-end computer, I do for the most part. I actually have two. I'm actually looking at getting a laptop for gaming, which you could use as well for streaming too. That's what I've been thinking about doing. Yeah, it's not updating the people that are in here, but I do thank everyone that popped in. Really do. It's there you go. Yeah, I'm all over the place. I'm sorry. It's just been a long day. I finally got everything going again, and it's you know what I mean. I was actually feeling bad at first. I couldn't take my kid out, but my kid couldn't even go out anyway. She's having allergy issues, so we got to get her medicine for it. We got to get a refill, so I'll be taking her back out tomorrow. I'll make up for it Thursday and Friday. Gonna look into it for sure. Dude, great one. If you want to get involved in any way, hit me up on, well, you know, it's wrestling_go. Hit me up on Twitter. We have it accessible for anyone to message us. We don't block anyone. The whole thing from us on that, Reddit, and any other platform, we want to talk to you about wrestling. This is what it is. We're not fucking experts. We're just guys that love to talk wrestling. And I will do pop-up shows with Matt Griff or anyone where we can just do calls. We're going to try to implement more of the Discord for the fact that you can hold a lot more people. It's easier to manage. You can hold people in a room and you can have them message you of what they want to talk about. It's easier to screen. We're going to have I'm in talks with someone to be a screener and pretty much a producer on the show as we go live. So I don't have to handle most of this crap. And I want to show them how to do it. They're going to have to connect. Yeah, great one. Anyway, you want to get involved, my friend. I mean, if you want to do Lucha Underground, I'm even looking for a guide to do reaction shows. The problem with myself, the problem with D-Shep, problem with, well, definitely a problem with Electrofly, because he works in the same business as I do, is that the times where we could, I wish we could do these, like, I know at Electrofly, I won't give away what I do, because I won't give away what he does. But I work when Monday Night Raw's on. I work when a pay-per-view's on. I'm even going to have to work for, like, well, not Super Showdown because I'd be 5 in the morning, but Raw, SmackDown, you name it, I got to work. I have to watch it the next day. So when you see that I go silent on Twitter, that is the reason. I go silent on Twitter just for that. I don't want anything ruined. I don't want to comment on anything I don't know about. I try to do research on anything if I am going to comment on anything, but when it comes to something like that, I want to watch it first, and then I'll give my opinion. Voice. Okay, yeah, you can definitely do that. Great one, even if you want to join me, my friend, on certain things. If you want to, I mean, I'm going to have like probably quite a few people to, actually, better yet, great one, I could even set you up with a graphic, okay? Magriff, what's up? Dude, my computer crapped out, bro. For the last 4 hours, I've been trying to get this back to working condition. Thank God, every graphic, everything I put, any video, everything that was on here, okay? And thank God, last week I decided to put the flash drive in for my kids' pictures, because when I switched iPhones, and I was thinking of going to the Galaxy Note, and I wanted to save those photos from the day my kid was born and all. Thank God I put that on the freaking flash drive too. I didn't lose anything. Here, everything's back set up. good to go. Took quite a bit, and I wanted to test everything out. I realized in the other podcast, though, when I was playing things in the background, you weren't hearing them that well. And we just tested it out. That was the main theme of the stream. I wanted to see how I sounded, how the stream sounded with the background playing in a YouTube video. So here, we'll play it again just so you know. There you go.
Here's your winner, Bailey.
But yeah, great one. We'll chat real quick. Hold on a second.
Roode. Oh, face first goes Bobby Roode. Connor into the cover. Is it enough to take out Roode as he hooks both legs? Connor wins again.
Oh yeah, it comes off great. I'm loving it. I'm loving it. So much better now. Sounds so much better now. Thank the Lord. Thank the Lord. Praise Jesus. Praise Jesus because he saved my computer. Okay, yes, I am thanking him for it. You can make fun of me. Anyways, going back to the there you go. Alright, sorry. My ADD got the best of me. I'm like, oh, what the hell it sounds? It sounds great. It sounds a lot better. Okay, thank God. Anyways, great one, Magriff. I was chatting with Great One, and he wants to get involved. And Lucha Underground, anything else? Dude, I got a great, oh, excuse me for a moment. I'll call back. Alright, I wanted to mute that because I didn't want something to go over the mic. I have an idea for you, Great One, if you're still in here. You can do the Discord. If you don't want to be on camera at first, what you could do is I could connect you with Discord. I could go live from my computer. You be heard. You pretty much say what you want to say. I could control it from my computer, and then I could connect from my stream through TeamViewer from my laptop upstairs. So if I have to be upstairs, I can still do that. And when you're done, I could just shut off the stream. So you could get involved without even needing a computer, now that I think of it. So I can make a graphic, and you don't have to be on, stream. So it's up to you. You don't have to show up. Yeah, I mean, it could just be audio. So let me know what you think, man. Yeah, like I said, Magriff, he wants to get involved, whether it's Lucha Underground. Like I said, we're covering MLW now. We're going to be covering Impact. I just saw this past week's episode of MLW. Great show. Great match for the world title. And then you got the pay-per-view Thursday. So I figured the first episode, what better way than to cover our first show, cover the latest pay-per-view, the latest show on that Saturday night. It's great. And then Impact, because so, yeah, Great One. Let me know what... yeah, so, Great One. Hit me up on Twitter. I mean, anything to get involved. I mean, you have a good knowledge. You really do. So, it's not like and whatever you want to cover, let me know. We could use a guy that could... And I could connect from my phone, too. I could connect from my phone with TeamViewer as well, if you want to do a reaction show. Without a doubt, Magriff, though, Survivor Series, Royal Rumble, WrestleMania, SummerSlam, will be... Those are the four I would definitely be taking off of work, so we could do a live reaction show. And anyone else would like to join me, November 2nd for the Crown Jewel, 12 to 5. Well, 12 to 4 probably this time, because, I mean, the Greatest Royal Rumble is what brought it till 5 o'clock. It was so damn long. But 12 to 4, I would definitely be watching the Greatest Royal Rumble. I will have my kid with me, but I would definitely, I will have a good setup to where it can be done. I might even have down here completely redone, because I'm in the process of that. So, my nephew has his living quarters. We have our little setup with the, you'll see, well, you can't see right now. Oh, we're doing a Super Showdown reaction. Probably, anyone could do it. I don't think I'm going to be able to, my friend. And I'll tell you why, Magriff. That is the one day I could actually sleep in. I don't sleep a lot during the week because I have my kid for the majority of the, day when I get up at 7. I'm with her till like 5:30, 6 o'clock. Then I go to work. I work till 1 or 2, sometimes even later. Go to bed, go home, go to eat, get something to eat, go to bed. I get roughly no more than 4 hours sleep. So Saturday and Sundays are my sleeping days. I'm sorry, I am not passing it up. I could watch it later in the day. I could avoid Twitter. I could avoid Reddit. I could avoid anything wrestling until I watch it. And that's why I was just telling. Great one, dude. If you're more than welcome to join us for Crown Jewel. Or you don't even have to be on camera. I mean, we could do the Discord, and that could be a great opportunity to promote that we have a Discord. This is the way you're gonna call in, and people get involved that way, and we're gonna just chat wrestling together. That's what the basis of this channel. I just want to talk wrestling. Same thing with McGriff. Same thing with Electrify, and the same thing with that jerk off D-Shep. I'm sorry, nice guy D-Shep. We just want to talk wrestling. That's all we want to do. We love to talk wrestling. We love wrestling. I'm a Mark again. Thank God I fell in love with the sport again. Because I'll tell you, the love was lost for quite some time. And this past year, I fell in love again. I finally did after quite a few years of not watching it. I popped in from here and there just to see if it changed, blah, blah, blah. But I'm fully committed again. And I enjoy doing this with McGriff. I do enjoy doing this with D-Shep and Electrify, and anyone else that wants to come along. Let's build a family and let's talk wrestling. That's the whole point of this channel. That's why I and the other guys work so hard to give this to you. We want to talk wrestling with you. It doesn't have to be immediately after the show. I know, yeah. I mean, the thing is, as far as like Raw, SmackDown, that's for the Go Home Wrestling show. That one is our WWE show. Because when you think wrestling, you think WWE first. Let's be honest. A lot of people that are a big wrestling fan, that's the first thing you think of. So we cover that. And that's why I like doing these side shows where we cover MLW. Where we cover... I was thinking about Ring of Honor, but I don't know at this point. I'm going to be honest. As far as the shows, there's not much to it. And people could say, well, MLW is kind of the same way. No, MLW has more storytelling. You don't see... Like, don't get me wrong. The wrestling on Ring of Honor is incredible. But there's no build to anything. It's just matches. Okay? And Superstars, at least back in the day, on Saturday mornings, had storylines along with it. It had interview segments. There was build to storylines. To Ring of Honor, it's just like, oh, this match is good. That's all you can do. MLW, there's storytelling. MLW, there's great matches just like Ring of Honor. And again, I would never knock on the quality of matches of Ring of Honor. They're incredible. But the shows, I think they need more, in my humble opinion, okay? Impact, getting better. And with the rumors of Chris Jericho coming over to Impact, I'll tell you, if that happens, you talk about promotions going to be over. They're going to be incredibly over. I'll tell you, I might disagree with you guys a lot on some subjects. Like Roman. Well, why don't you agree with Roman? I'll tell you my opinion of Roman. I do like him. He's a great wrestler. There's some things he lacks. But he's like in the same position as Charlotte Flair. Charlotte Flair is like her father. She's a heel. She comes off that way. It's natural for her, as it was natural for Rick. And Ric Flair was never comfortable being a good guy. He was never comfortable. Okay, so you have a guy that you try to make face, wasn't comfortable with it, but when he was heel, he would knock it out of the park. And it's the same thing with Charlotte Flair. It's the same thing with Roman Reigns. That's what my point is. My point is that he just oozes heel. It's just the way he walks, the way he talks, his presence alone screams heel. And I've said that on numerous occasions on the Go Home Wrestling show. And I'll say it again. That's what he comes off to me. As a fan, that's how we translate it. As a fan in the universe, people that say, let's make Roman heel, it's because of how he presents himself. Okay? It isn't because, oh, it's fantasy booking and he should be heel. No, because when he talks and everything he does, it's just, that's how I interpret anything he does. And you can agree or disagree. it's a matter of opinion. Again, wrestling is art. How you interpret the art doesn't make it a right or wrong answer. All right, let's read chat. Ring of Honor is limited in its storytelling for sure. Yeah, that's the thing that kind of hurts me. I wanted to do a Ring of Honor show, but for the fact there's not much but matches, again, not knocking on the quality of the matches. The matches are great, but there's no storytelling. We need storytelling. They have a great storytelling with Impact, great storytelling with MLW, with the hour program they have, which they have on YouTube every Saturday night. That's how you watch a Macross, by the way. Get ready to Impact Marathon tonight. All right, cool. So you're gonna, yeah. Here's the thing: when we start the episodes, Matt, we're gonna address that we're fairly new to the product ourselves. We have, again, it's all interpretation. You could probably watch one episode and get what people are doing right away. That's how good the storytelling is over there in Impact, and it's underrated. And the fact that they might get Jericho, that big rumor, whether it's a program or two, just to be there for a few months, just to build the name up, it would be enough. And I'll tell you, bringing him in and landing someone could potentially land big names to come over there and, do something with them. All right, in chat, Roman is lacking in promo skills. That is definitely true, but here's the thing. I said on numerous occasions, and you know what, D-Shep wants to break my balls, but you know what, to pretty much explain any of this, yeah, sometimes you have to repeat yourself, you little bastard. I love D-Shep. He likes to break my balls. Anyways, yeah, I said it with like Stone Cold or The Rock or anyone that's went heel and came out of that. Heel is like a way to develop your character, develop your skills. Because when you're a heel, there are no limits. I've said that on quite a few occasions. There is no limit when it comes to being a heel. You can do whatever you want. When you're a face, there's a limit. And Charlotte Flair is, there's a line. And Charlotte Flair at this point, going back to her, goes over that line. When you say you're not the queen after Becky said she is the queen, there could have been a better way to react to that, to get people on your side as opposed to hers. Now, with him, he does the same thing. How he portrays, how he pretty much presents himself, it's a heel fashion. You might as well just go full 9 and let the guy do it. Develop him as a... let him develop his character, develop his skills on the mic. Trust me, if he has that kind of freedom a little bit, which he kind of does, you could see he has a little bit more freedom than other guys, kind of like a John Cena. If he does have that freedom, make him turn heel, make him do little things. I'll tell you right now, the small things over time with the mic and reactions, the things he would do so he could build his character, and it might even build a different persona for him. Because the one thing he still has the Shield. He had it after Rollins and Ambrose did their own thing. And then you got him wearing the vest. You got him with the same song. Just everything was screaming Shield. He never developed his own character. If he were to become heel, I see him doing that. In chat, Great One says, well, some of the guys in Impact come from Lucha Underground, such as Johnny Impact, Pentagon, and Phoenix. Oh, dude, Pentagon Jr., an incredible wrestler. Ray Phoenix, he's also an MLW. And you know what? I could combine the shows of MLW Impact, but let's keep it separate. Because a lot of the same people that are on Impact, a lot of them are on MLW as well. Maybe Impact could rope in a Mega. That would be fucking huge for the promotion. As far as money, I don't know if they kind of have that financial. I mean, for what you heard that recently, their house shows aren't doing too good. If you can give me one moment, because I really don't have my kiddo stream. I wasn't expected to be this long. Hold on. Give me 1 second. I'm going to check up on it real quick. And I'll probably go for another 10, 15 minutes and I'll talk. Again, this was just originally a test, but it sounded pretty good on my end. So thank God for that. All right. Yeah, because usually when I'm down here doing computer work, I have my kid on Skype, so I can keep an eye on her. But you know what? She's past that, and she's like dead to the world when she sleeps. So give me a moment, just check on her. I won't be long at all. Oh, yeah, you see my big ass run down. Oh, you know what? I don't need a headset. Anyways. Yeah, Impact, man. If they land any big name, because here's the thing. You got a lot of contracts coming up between November and January. You got Cody. You got Omega. You got the Bucks. You got numerous wrestlers that are becoming free agents. I don't think a lot of people have confidence in Ring of Honor anymore. And for the Young Bucks, Cody probably as well. How much longer can you keep doing the same programs for the same wrestlers? Eventually it will get repetitive, it will get boring, and it would hurt the stock of the wrestlers. As much as I don't want them to go to WWE, I think it would have to. If it is an Impact, it would have to be WWE. And all three guys of the Bullet Club and Omega, so all four. Well, actually, I don't know if Omega had any experience, but I know the Young Bucks. I know Cody did. And this is a whole new regime over there at Impact in Toronto. But I'm wondering where, like, if they were to go to WWE, what brand they would go to? And I'm assuming all three or even all four could probably go to SmackDown, because those are the biggest names in wrestling. Think about All In. Got a lot of exposure for that. They built their names outside of the WWE, and here's the thing. They could step out. If they didn't like it, give it a 1 year, 2-year deal. After 2 years or a year or whatever, if you don't like it, you go right back out, and I'll guarantee you, with open arms, Ring of Honor, Impact, any other promotion would take them in a second. And it is telling, though, that there might be a change when you had the Young Bucks that lost the tag team titles over there in Japan. They still have the 6-man tag, which I think is eventually going to be dropped. You got Cody with the NWA Championship, so you don't even know what's going on with that. Would he drop the title back to Nick Aldis? Because, let's be honest, Aldis is exclusive to NWA. Cody isn't exclusive to the NWA. He's doing NWA, the show, the anniversary show, in a few weeks in Nashville, but his flagship promotion is Ring of Honor. Then he does New Japan. I'm just wondering, could it be possible that they could go to the NWA? That was the other thing I was thinking about. Could they go to the NWA? I mean, they're doing a tournament for the National Heavyweight Championship. They're introducing another championship, and they have a tournament for that show. So they are doing something. They're ahead of schedule because of what they did in that last year. Nick Aldis holding the title, winning it in 500 in a crowd of 500, and losing it to Cody with 11,000 people. Big difference. They said the moment they did that show, that match, it catapulted the NWA. The name is relevant again. And because of that, they're ahead of schedule as far as rebuilding. So I think they're going to make a real run for this, where they're going to build a freaking roster and then start doing shows. And when you have someone that is committed as Billy Corgan is, I mean, I could just imagine what he's going to try to attempt. I'm sure he has good relationships that he can do things, getting a show, or even do what MLW. Yes, they're on beIN Sports, but they also put their show on YouTube. I mean, for the time being, until you land a deal, you can do that, and then you can put it on Fight TV, which is an app if people are not used to that. Hey, what's up, buddy? This originally was a test, but I just started talking wrestling, so. There you go. And when. Whopping 93. So yeah, that was my point. I'm wondering where they would go with it. That was it. But again, for people that are wondering, yeah, this is a test, but we're also going to be doing live shows. Now, I don't know if we're going to be responding, but you can probably watch it live. This is one show we're going to do, and these are going to be at random times, but no matter what, Tuesday the episodes will drop. Here's the first one we'll be doing is MLW, Major League, well, MLR in our case. Major League review every week. We're going to do a review on MLW Fusion. It could probably be a half hour. It probably won't be a completely long show for the fact that it's an hour show. It's only so far you could go with that and news and all that. We could come up with bits to, you know, spice it up a little, but it will probably be anywhere from a half hour to an hour. Then we got this show that we'll be starting probably the same week coming up. Impact. And an impactful review where we're going to talk about the previous episode of Impact Wrestling. They have a pay-per-view coming up, so I think this week coming up would be a perfect opportunity to start these two podcasts as they both have a major pay-per-view tomorrow night, starting with MLW, and then you got Impact Wrestling with their show. I think it is next week, this Saturday, if I'm correct. Because that could be the only reason why you got two of these promotions that have the same roster in a way. There are a lot of people that are impacted over in MLW, and you got two major shows at the same Melrose Ballroom on the same weekend. So I'm pretty damn sure it's this weekend. And going back to the great one, if you were to contact me on Twitter as far as getting involved, I mean, no problem. I'll get you involved. I'm sure you have a knowledge, whether it's Lucha Underground, or if you want to do a reaction show, or if you want, like, anything you feel like you want to contribute, you can. And it'd be awesome to have you on board. I'm also in talks with a couple of the people that do things. We do need a New Japan representative. I'm going to be honest with you, I don't have the time to be able to watch all these promotions. As much as I love wrestling, as much as I love to talk it, it's kind of hard to watch everything. Every show, every week. I watch Impact, I watch MLW, I watch Ring of Honor, because those are like hour shows, really. In Impact, because their show with commercials is hour 45 minutes, it's probably like hour 20, hour and 30 if you take out their segment where they revisit something from the past, which I don't agree with, though. That's the one thing I don't like about their show. They revisit the past, and that's the bad message you're sending. It's like, hey, look how good we used to be. Yeah, well, this is what happened because we fucked up. So, and then I watch NXT. It's an hour show. I mean, you got that, and MLW's an hour show. Ring of Honor's an hour show. So those are easy to watch. The ones that are pretty hard, and I do watch them in the mornings, the next morning, Tuesday and Wednesday, and that's Monday Night Raw and SmackDown Live. SmackDown Live is easier because it's like an hour and a half, really. Well, I'll contribute in any way I can. I'm not working at the moment, so I can watch as much wrestling as I can. I mean, whatever you feel committed to that you would like to do a show with us, great one. And anything, if you want to, I'll even contact you. If you follow me, I think I follow you on and if I follow you on Twitter. I'll message you, like, if I go live with something, if you want to come on with me, I can send you a list of stuff. Because one thing the guys I would break my balls about, they break my balls about it. Anything I do, pop-up show, the regular show, the Go Home Wrestling show, I like to have this list of shit that I want to talk about. And we call it the rundown. I have a rundown for anything I want to talk about. And once I reach the end, that's it. That's the end of the podcast. This ain't like a radio show where you got to fill up time. It's just get my points across, and that is it. That's all I want to do. Guys, they have their opinions too. And that's why, to us, I feel it's a great show. I also go back and watch old school W. Oh yeah, I go back too, but I don't feel like, as far as Impact, great one, I don't feel they should put that on their weekly show. You don't want to put like, hey, look at Kurt Angle. You're promoting people, most of which are no longer with the promotion. Petey Williams is one, and I'm going back at least 6-7 years ago. How many others? Not many are still around. So I have no problem. Great one. Well, me and D Shep are going to be doing a show based out of watching old school matches. We're going to pick a classic match each episode, and we go into how it started. We watch the match with commentary, and I'm going to dig up facts as we could talk as we watch with you, because we'll give you the time on WWE Network, what pay-per-view, and at what time it starts, so you start along with us. And when we discuss the build to it, we give you the time, so it gives you time to go to the network. We watch it together. We won't have audio, obviously, because, we're getting nailed with a strike. And if we start getting, we're in the process, we're still in review for affiliation. I should get something probably back tomorrow. So I don't want to, get in trouble for, making money off a product that really isn't hard. But we're reviewing it, we're talking about it, and how this match was to us. Like the first episode we're doing is Ricky Steamboat and Macho Man. And it's not like I'm saying anything that we haven't discussed already. We have said this on the air in the past, and we promoted it. And we're actually going to be doing a bit that is this week on the show that's going to, kind of promote the show that's coming up. And we're going to say later on this fall. And we're going to do a 10-episode season where we're going to review 10 matches in the past that we love the most. And we start with Macho Man Randy Savage against Ricky the Dragon Steamboat at WrestleMania 3. Great match for the Intercontinental Championship. That would be the first episode, of course. Let's see. Man, I tend to ramble. But yeah, there's nothing wrong with if anything old school grade one, I got a recommendation. One of the best matches of all time. Yes, it is. I'll tell you, it was, the Intercontinental Championship. Now, when you had The Miz hold it, you had Seth Rollins hold it, and Ziggler, I'm going to add him in there, is that you brought that title back to what it was in 1987, where it was relevant. But the difference was back in the day, it was rare when, like, if you dropped the title for the Intercontinental Championship, it was rare if you got that back. It was rare if you had a two-time champion. Because you had Macho Man that probably held it once. I think maybe, I think Perfect might have been the first one. Oh, no, Warrior. I'm sorry. Warrior won it 88. Lost it in 89, and then we regained it at SummerSlam against Rick Rude. So, yeah, I think he might have been the first two-time champion. There's not a lot of people that win it numerous times. Back in the day, that's just what it was. You won it one time, and then brought you to the next level. Yeah, that was your promotion. That was your NXT call-up to the major roster. And in this instance, back in 1987, it was your promotion to the later mid-card to a possible main event. And even though it lost its prestige, I think the title is back. It's relevant again. And you just got to put the right people on it. And not just anyone. Just to have it, it's got to be the right person to hold that title. It's a workhorse title. That is what it's always been. Back then, it was basically introduction to the world title picture. Yep, that's it. You're right. I'm with you on that, my friend. All right. I'm trying to remember when my kid passed out. She passed out 2:30. So, all right, maybe I should get off in a few. And again, we will be doing a show. We won't be covering Super Showdown to the following week. And we do apologize for that because I probably won't be able to watch it all before I have to go to work. I got to work 12 to 10 this Saturday. So, and I usually sleep in on my Saturdays because with the lack of sleep that I do get in the middle of the week, that's my day to sleep in. And you know what? I could watch a Super Showdown at some point, this weekend, Sunday. And then I'll probably watch, you got the Major League Wrestling. They got their pay-per-view tomorrow night. So I could probably watch that and finish it on Friday. You got, Sunday is Impacts. Yeah, I'm going to be loaded up this week with wrestling. Somehow to watch them all. That's what I'm saying. This is why I'm trying to get people to watch New Japan and other things. Like for me to, or even Magriff, because Magriff he's going to do the NXT show. And then he's going to do the Go Home Wrestling show with us. And then he said he's going to be doing episodes of Impact and the MLR show. it's hard to do all that and then do all we do. So that's why we're like, I'm looking for the right people to contribute in any way. I think my arm's messed up. Is that stripped? There you go. I guess I gotta stop messing with it as much. Just leave it for what it is. But yeah. I mean, this is why I want to get people. I just watched Point Spirit Unleashed yesterday. Yeah, I heard it was pretty good. Well, obviously Cody won the United States Championship. But good for him. But again, I mean, his contract's coming up. What are they gonna do? Are they gonna keep him on it and with the title, or is he's gonna drop it? Is he a transition? You always hate that. Because, I mean, you had quite a few champions that were like that in the past. All right. Well, I babbled long enough, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for tuning in. Again, we're going to be live Saturday night, Eastern Standard Time. We won't be covering Super Showdown to the following week, but we will cover everything that's happened on Raw and SmackDown this week. So tune in for that. Also, we have a couple bits for the show. So both are new that we're going to add for the podcast and for you guys, you know, visual element for you guys, and it would be a good segment for the podcast. Which, don't forget, we're on iTunes. Go Home Wrestling Show on iTunes, Stitcher, Google Play, or Google Podcast, and SoundCloud. So make sure you sub on one of those platforms for us and leave a nice review. And everything else that we're going to cover with Major League Wrestling to Impact to NXT, all will be on that form. And starting next week, when it's official, we are going to rename our channel to the Go Home Wrestling Network. That channel or show anymore. It's going to be the Go Home Wrestling Network. It's going to be a network of shows. Anyone that wants to get involved, they can. I'm trying to build something here. A family just wanting to talk wrestling. So, everyone that tuned in, thank you so much. Again, this was just a test because my computer crapped out. I had to pretty much bring it back to life. It was pretty much dead. I rebooted it. It's all good. Thank God everything here, the graphics you saw, I send to myself an email in case of any situations like this were to occur. And thank God I did, because here it is. So, you know, I got it back, and it only took a few hours to get everything back in order. So, that was the reason for the stream. If I can do a pop-up show tomorrow or Friday, I'll do that. But again, everyone that came in here, Luke the Gooner, the Great One, Magriff, and I saw a few people along the way in there. One was new. I can't get his name. I can't remember his name. Let's see his name. Blah, 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 blah. Well, Wolf Mode, welcome. That was awesome. He popped in. There was another one that was in there, but he didn't say anything. But either way, thank you. It was awesome that you popped in. All right. Well, I'm going to end the stream. If I'll see you, if we do a pop-up show, if I can, I'll do it. If not, I'll be joining you Saturday night, and we'll cover everything. And again, I would love to cover Super Showdown, but we're not gonna be able to until the following week. So, I was hitting about to do a Friday night show instead, but yeah, I got plans that night with my wife and the kid, and probably won't have a chance. So, all right. I'm out of here. Thank you so much for tuning in, and I'll see you Saturday night for the Go Home Wrestling Show. Later.